So Matt, first question for you. Why did you found ProSky?
Great question. I think it started back when I was in college, and I was going nuts applying for internships. I just wanted this cool internship, right? And I had one bank in mind. I was going the investment banking route, and I got an interview with my dream bank. And I got a call one morning from the VP of Wealth Management, my most wanted department as well. So it was like a dream come true. And it was supposed to be a 15 to 20 minute call. The call ended up being an hour and a half. And I was on cloud nine. I'm like, golden, I have this in the bag. I'm going to New York City this summer, no questions asked, right? At the end of the call, he said, Matt, I'm just gonna be very frank with you. Here's the process I've gone through. I had over 1,000 applications. I narrowed it down to 20 resumes. I interviewed 8 people, and I'm only gonna bring on one person, and I wanna bring you on this summer. And I was like, yes, let's do this. And he says, however, let me tell you what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be making PowerPoints, and you're gonna be grabbing coffee for me in the mornings. However, you're gonna have this prestigious name on your resume, and it's gonna be awesome for you. And that made me take a step back and really realize that the internships and the internship program in the United States and around the world are just broken. It's that a lot of times we're going out and doing these cool internships, but we're not developing really needed skill sets. Same thing with schools. I think schools and educations are so important. However, there is still a skill gap between what we learn in school and what's expected on day one in the workplace. And I think with ProSky, why we started it is because we really want to help students become more qualified and really feel confident in their skills as they go to work. And the same way for companies, we want them to be confident, and we want them to hire smarter, save money, and minimize hiring risks. I think that's kind of the basis of ProSky.
If you could give your 20-year-old self advice, what would it be?
Yeah, don't think one-dimensional. I was thinking investment bank, Wall Street, investment bank, Wall Street. That was like my only thought process. I look back and I wish that I had developed a lot of experience and different talents in very many different industries, whether it's learning SEO or learning how to do better email marketing or learning how to be a better graphic designer or learning coding. If I would just learn those little things a little bit, I could be helping my business so much more. I could be a way better asset to any company out there with just a broad range of skills instead of something that's so one-dimensional.
So Matt, what do you do when you're not running ProSky?
I love basketball. I love playing basketball, so I'm a big basketball fanatic. Love watching NBA, love playing basketball myself. Actually, college football has started. I am a big college football fan as well. Used to snowboard quite a bit when I'm back in Utah, and then a lot of times just spending time with my wife and my dog and just kind of hanging out.
Who's your favorite athletes?
Off the top of my head, I love Gary Payton. He was just so well known for his defense and just being gritty and just being just this tenacious defender, and I love that about him. Like he was nicknamed the Glove because he could guard any point guard in the league.
What's the best food you've ever eaten in your life?
Oh my gosh, that is so tough. I'm a big foodie. It's a big problem in my life, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a tremendous problem. There's so many good food, there's just so much good food out here. I actually got a chance to go back to Singapore a couple of years ago with my parents to visit some family, and there's this dish in Singapore called black pepper crab, and they use the Sri Lankan mud crabs, and their pinchers are like that big, and it's just this black pepper sauce, and this is like the greatest thing in the world.
So if I gave you $1 million right now, what'd you do with it?
So much, Tim. Obviously, because I'm in California, I can't buy a house, unfortunately. I would probably take the money and travel to some pretty cool places. Tahiti, I've always wanted to go to Tahiti. I would definitely do a Europe trip. I'm also a finance guy, so I'd probably invest some of my money and hopefully get some good returns with the investment.
So what was your most rewarding moment you've ever had in your life?
I did take some time out of my life to do some volunteer work. I did it in New York City, and it was really cool. It's really cool to do volunteer work because you're kind of like, you're giving something and not expecting to take anything back. And there's a very rewarding, fulfilling feeling when that comes with doing volunteer work and giving of yourself a little bit. And I would say that the time I spent doing volunteer work and helping people in New York, that's definitely kind of one of the most rewarding times in my life.
Definitely, yeah. Where do you see ProSky in 5 years?
Big. That's probably that's my hope, right? I think that's every founder's hope for their company, to be big, to be used throughout the nation, and hopefully by that time internationally as well. But I think the biggest thing that I want out of ProSky is I want it to be seen as a tool to actually help people. I want it to help individuals get their dream job and be able to do well and feel confident as they work in their dream job. At the same time, I want companies to be able to hire very well qualified people that can really help their company and help their company boom and grow. And I just want this. I see ProSky as like this great win-win situation, and that's what I'm hoping it continues to become.
That's amazing. What is your superpower and why?
I don't know. That's always a tough question for me. I don't know about superpowers. I think that one of my superpowers, I guess, is that I'm very strategic. Like, I love watching Survivor. I love playing chess. So I think that maybe one of like my skills would be I like to plan ahead. I like to see things a few steps ahead of time, so that the things that I do now is going to benefit me down the road as well, or it's going to benefit others down the road. It's going to be the best situation, not just now, but in the long term. So I would say that that's probably one of my better talents, but yeah, I guess.
So final question for you, Team Donuts or Team Bagels?
I know ProSky is very Team Donuts. I lived in New York City for a while, so I'm Team Bagel. I would love to wake up and get like a cinnamon raisin bagel, put it in the toaster, put some cream cheese and jam on it, and call it good. Like, that sounds awesome to me. So Team Bagels for me.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Matt. And this concludes the happy hour for ProSky.